Welcome back to the 6.4 main event for Genshin Impact. Last time we went through a little bit of the story, including some of Alice's and Nicole's shenanigans, and we've also did a few bit of the minigames along for the event. So in this time, we're going to be continuing the main story for the event, but before we continue on with the main story, we're going to have Vanessa eat this giant burger. I'm pretty sure Ambi would want a burger like that. So let's go ahead and start off with the minigames. And this time we are going to start with alcohol. Yay! Don't drink alcohol, kids. I sure hope there aren't any kids watching this.
So you're looking after the drink stand now. If I'd known sooner, I would have stopped by this morning.
Oh. Thanks for your support. Anytime you need a drink, I'm here to serve.
I've got to say, I'm getting curious. I've heard a lot about your mixology skills.
Ah, yes, I'm quite the mixologist, if you've heard.
I wonder what kinds of drinks you can mix with the ingredients Glenfidia has prepared.
You seem busy. You've been working extra hard lately, haven't you?
I don't have much of a choice. It's just one thing after another right now. First off, the Knights of Favonia's annual combat assessment is coming up. And this year, the standards are higher than ever. As the captain of the reconnaissance company, I have to lead by example. At the very least, I need to rank as one of the top 3 captains in the practical portion. So, I've been intensifying my training lately.
So that's your style, huh? It's my first time seeing this side of you as a captain.
Being a descendant of sinners means I have to work hard to maintain my position. I'll have you know I've never once neglected my duties. Anyway, on top of all that, my duel with Miss Clorand required a lot of focus and energy. Learning how to turn defense into attack and seize the initiative when facing a combined assault from sword and musket. Even now, I'm still chewing through the details. But in the end, the exchange went well, and both parties learned a great deal. Never mind writing reports from 6 different perspectives, I feel like there's enough worth mentioning to write 24 of the things.
Sounds like you could do with a very stiff drink. Or something to replenish your energy.
Oh, I sure could. Anything that'll perk me up would be welcome. I'll leave the details to you.
Given Eula's current condition, it might be a good idea to mix her a twinkling starlight. Alrighty, for this twinkling starlight, we're gonna need some fruit wine, some fizzy water, and wolf hooks. And then, we're going to cut the ingredients into small bits. Oh, small bits, not small pieces. Whoops. A 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5. My brain had pieces and bits mixed up. And we are going to shake it hard. And as for the glass, we're going with a medium-sized aromatic goblet. Et voila! And we add star salt. Et voila! A twinkling starlight has been served.
One twinkling starlight, Captain Eula. Hope you like it.
By your confident tone, I'm certain I will. Well then, I'll make sure to savor this thoroughly. Huh. Not bad. Sweet and tingly, with a delightful airiness. The fizzy water really brings it to life. I suddenly feel full of vim and vigor. But just one glass doesn't quite scratch the itch. How about something with a bit more bite?
Is it not strong enough for you? Are you looking for something with more of a kick?
Don't hold back. You don't need to worry about putting me on the floor with nothing but a couple of drinks.
Just making it stronger won't cut it. I need to rewrite the recipe from scratch.
Works for me. The first company hasn't assigned me any paperwork for tonight, so I'm free to catch up and try your new creations at my leisure.
I'm just wondering, that bottle you're carrying, is it imported fruit juice?
Right. The merchant I got it from called it Romaritime flower fruit extract. It has a very unique smell. Here, have a bottle.
Why carry it around? Have you been drinking a lot of this lately?
Oh, it's a necessary courtesy. In that book Miss Magistus gave me, The Blade Dancer, 20 years on, it says, after a duel, a Fontanian swordsman will politely invite their defeated opponents to a banquet. To properly play host to Miss Clorand, I searched for quite some time to locate a rare goods merchant in Dorman Port who sold this juice.
Sounds like something out of a story.
I had my doubts at first, too. But Amber said something that makes a lot of sense. She said that even if this custom doesn't really exist, following it still shows I've made an effort to understand Fontaine's cultural heritage. Besides, who doesn't like trying new things, right?
Fair enough.
When I gave it to her at our post-training banquet, Miss Clorand really did enjoy this juice.
It's been a while since we last saw each other. Have you been stationed near Dragonspine this whole time?
Yes, I have. For a while, the situation there was difficult. A gang of outlaw engineers was messing about with some sort of mechanism control technology, attempting to manipulate ruin raiders so they could rob merchant caravans. To make matters worse, several veteran knights who had been stationed at Dorman Port were transferred to my squad, and they weren't happy to be taking orders from that Lawrence girl. Leading them on this mission was quite eventful. 3 weeks of stealth operations in the snow, with no fires to keep us warm, before we finally located the enemy's stronghold. Those veteran knights faced the bitter cold and were almost taken down by the enemy's smuggled battle mechs. Fortunately, the battle went our way. I had no choice but to acknowledge my abilities.
I'm sorry you had to deal with that. Did you end up catching a cold?
Me? Completely fine. But thank you for your concern. It was mentally tiring for sure. But fortunately, the operation wore them down far more than it did me. They won't be questioning my authority again anytime soon. If any new recruits try to make my life difficult, I'll just have my veterans give them a few friendly pointers. I guess you could call them a permanent solution, huh?
What do you usually eat when you're busy?
If you want to know what I've been eating recently, I'd better start by mentioning the logistics company's latest revolution. They launched a diet improvement initiative and started distributing a form of standardized canned food to knights operating in the wilderness. In the past, we only had dry rations. Every mealtime, we had to set up pots and campfires, roll dice to choose a cook, and take turns standing guard. In all honesty, it was a bit of a hassle. Now we just need to bring our standard field rations, comprising of 5 cans and 9 paper packages. We can heat the cans by the campfire, and then we're ready to eat.
It sounds pretty convenient, and it also sounds like there isn't a downside to this at all.
You did say sounds like, right? The canned food supplier has quite the stellar reputation, and their regular meals are indeed quite good. The problem is, in order to meet preservation standards, they have to make their military-grade meals way too salty. The captain of the company, who has a somewhat dry sense of humor, went so far as to say, "This food's bad enough to bring down the wrath of Li Yue's stovepipe." In any case, after eating for a week, My taste buds have gone completely numb.
Is it really that bad? Someone should be held to account.
You can hardly blame the logistics company. After all, it is hard to please everyone. Our feedback has already been submitted, and they should be working on fixing the issue. Of course, having fresh meals prepared in camp by a dedicated company chef is still the best option.
Alright, let's see. With how demanding her duties in Dragonspine have been, Eula probably hasn't had time to fully recover. To help Eula replenish her strength, I can replace the cool-tasting wolf hooks with some warm cocoa. Eula has had some special Romaritime flower fruit extract with her, so she gave me a bottle to keep. She really likes the fresh fruity flavor. I could probably find a way to incorporate it into her drink. This latest experience seems to be something worth remembering for Eula. I should find a way to reflect it in her drink. I could probably tease out some of the threads of inspiration from our discussions and then try to piece them together. Eula brought up the canned rations she's been issued with recently. Apparently they're so salty they left her taste buds numb. With that in mind, I should probably remove star salt from the mix. If Eula sees a coating of salt on the rim of a glass, it might make her feel faint. So, we should probably associate these two, right? Every region has its own signature flavors, and the sword techniques of Mondstadt and Fontaine have their own distinct character too. I need to find out what Eula thinks. Maybe I should chat with her some more. Your swordsmanship is different though. You're like a lead dancer with a claymore, guiding your blade through big, sweeping arcs. You only need to hit an unleashed... You only need one hit to unleash an avalanche of destruction. In other words, your style emphasizes forceful impact at the moment of contact?
There's no need to make it sound so fancy. It's just an aristocratic variant of Favonius blade work, with a bit of personal flair.
So you're more like a strong spirit that hits the senses hard, and then leaves a clean, icy aftertaste without lingering flavors.
Firewater. In recent years, Firewater's gained popularity the world over, following in the wake of prosperous Snezhnayan merchants. These days, almost every tavern has a signature drink that uses it as a base.
Then we found the perfect solution together.
You really are good. Why don't we try replacing the fruit wine with Firewater? As for the alcohol content, that's not a problem. Plenty of the expedition team may have drunk themselves senseless with Firewater. But me, I'm full of confidence.
I'm sure you are. And with that, we've talked about the differences between Eula and Cloran's blade work. I think I could represent this in the mouthfeel of Eula's drink. The obvious conclusion is to swap out the fruit wine for Firewater. To match the big, sweeping arcs of her sword fighting, a small cup won't cut it. We need something a little heftier. So with that, we replace the wolf hooks with some cocoa, add Romaritime flower juice, replace the fruit wine with Firewater, don't use a small glass, and garnish with something other than star salt. Alright, I think that's all I need. I know exactly how to prepare your next cocktail.
Brilliant. I'm looking forward to seeing how you do.
Aw man, Bernice would be so proud of me. So, we're gonna add Firewater, get some Romaritime flower juice, and some cocoa. And we can cut it into any piece of size. We'll do it in small bits. 1, 2, 3. A, B, C. You like what I did there? And we need to shake this hard. As for the glass size, we need something that is medium or large. How about the classic Tempest glass? Oh, it has to be medium, medium or large goblet. I didn't see the goblet part. I'm a little blind, aren't I? And any garnish except star salt. How about Valberry? And voila! A Seafoam Sword Song.
Here's your all-new Seafoam Sword Song, mixed to meet your personal preferences.
Oh my, what beautiful colors. And you even added my Romaritime flower fruit extract. The aroma is perfect, and I can smell the alcohol, but it doesn't stifle the fruity fragrance. Let's see how it tastes.
Can't wait to hear what you think.
Give me a moment to come up with the right words. I need to think carefully.
Are you already drunk? Or starting to get drunk?
I know it's unbecoming of a lady, and a proper connoisseur would savor their drinks slowly. But I'm sorry, this is just too good to be true. Can you mix me another?
Of course. Feel free to order as many as you like. How do you want? 2? 3? It's no problem for me.
Oh, no, what was I going to say? I've completely lost my train of thought. Whatever. I feel fantastic. This cocktail, it's the best I've ever had.
Oh god, Druncula is great. I love Druncula.
I think I'm gonna head home and get some sleep.
Do you think you've maybe had one too many? Well, maybe I should have gone easier with the fire water.
Don't worry about me. This is the happiest tipsy I've been in years. I'm still far from being drunk.
I don't know. You kind of look pretty drunk to me.
By the time I've written up those reports for my exchange with Miss Clarend, I'll have been on duty for 3 months straight. Jean, the acting grandmaster. Isn't it about time she gave me some time off? I won't be forgetting this injustice in a hurry. You mark my words.
Yeah, Druncula is great. I love her. I know I've already said that, but I felt like I needed to say it twice.
Suspicion confirmed. While patrolling the area, I was sure I'd sensed a familiar presence, so I came over to take a look. And sure enough, here you are.
Hello, Clarend. Please have a seat, honored customer.
If Miss Charlotte were to see you like this, I'm guessing she'd take 100 pictures and write up a report. Sword-wielding traveler's secret side hustle. Exclusive cocktails from Tevat's Explorer Extraordinaire. You'd make the front pages of every major newspaper, and there'd be crowds of Fontanian tourists flocking to your drink stand, causing gridlock on the streets of Mondstadt.
I think you're being a little dramatic. If that really happened, I wouldn't be able to cope.
Luckily for you, I turned down Miss Charlotte's request to accompany me here, so you're unlikely to be seeing any scenes like that. Let's quietly celebrate this moment of peace.
Oh, phew. Thank you.
And on that note, I'd like a caramel glaze. That look on your face tells me you have a lot of questions you want to ask.
Let me mix you a cocktail first. You can drink while we chat.
Calm and effortless. I'm shocked to learn you're a real pro at this sort of thing.
Okay. Okay, so Clarand wants a caramel, not caramel, blaze. So we're gonna need some fire water, some caramel, and some cocoa. Then we are going to chop up the cocoa into small pieces. 1, a 2, a 3, it's for you and me. And then we shake it properly. And we are going to use a Master's Goblet. For a Sword Master, of course. And as for the garnish, a little bit of Alberry. Oh, man, I would drink that. You know, if I drank alcohol.
Your caramel blaze is ready. Try not to drink it all in one go.
It sure lives up to its name. The color reminds me of a raging fire, while that aroma really hits you head on. It's quite strong.
Are you okay? Would you like some water?
I'm all right. I just need a little time to get used to it. As I recall, the last time I drank alcohol was at a wine tasting event that Navia invited me to last year. I only had a small sip of Sassica wine, and it was nowhere near as strong as this concoction of yours.
So you basically don't drink at all? If that's the case, don't force yourself to drink it if you don't want to.
From a purely rational perspective, alcohol can cause dizziness and impair one's ability to work, so it's best avoided altogether. But when Miss Farina saw me off at the docks, she mentioned that Mondstadt is the land of wine and poetry. Since I'm here, I thought I should at least try the local specialties.
That's reasonable. It would be a shame not to. As long as you stay within your limits, I'm sure you'll be fine.
In fact, Captain Eula, whom I sparred with earlier, has quite the refined taste for fine wine. She even gifted me a bottle of Romaritime flower fruit extract, which is no longer produced in Fontaine, and can now only be found overseas. Out of the utmost respect for her skills, I feel compelled to deepen my knowledge of Mondstadt's wines.
Let me think carefully before I mix you another drink. To make sure that you're completely satisfied.
I truly appreciate all the trouble you're going to.
Oh, by the way, Miss Emily was here too.
Huh? But does that mean she's already finished her commission? Well, she's certainly efficient. Once I return to Fontaine, perhaps I can let Sigewin know that I'd be happy to purchase her latest perfume.
Oh? It sounds like you know her quite well.
I'm not sure I'd say that. On my way to Mondstadt, we happened to take the same boat. Naturally, we got to chatting. I've often heard Sigewin praise her work. After conversing with her on the journey over, I must say, she is indeed a rare and refined individual.
Refined? Well, I guess that's quite a refined way to put it.
She's gentle and composed, yet keeps others at a distance. Perhaps it's due to her profession. I find this approach ideal. It allows one to maintain a lasting sense of inner peace.
It sounds like You want me to arrange a get-together? Well, how about this? The next time I'm in Fontaine, why don't we all hang out together?
Oh, thank you, but there's really no need to set anything up. Our work rarely intersects, and our social circles hardly make for a Venn diagram, if you know what I mean. Best to just let things take their natural course.
I guess that's fair. What do you usually drink?
When I'm working, I often drink coffee. But with meals, I prefer a lighter tasting drink, like Buell fruit juice. Since I eat a lot of meat, the slight acidity of the juice helps balance out the greasiness. Over time, I've grown accustomed to the sour taste. After the swordsmanship exchange, the Knights of Favonius rather kindly treated me to some traditional Mondstadt cuisine. I had 8 different meat dishes, and all of them were excellent. The portions were huge, and only the highest quality cuts were used. Everything was cooked to absolute perfection. Of course, there was still room for improvement. When catering to tourists, the sticky honey roast and pile 'em up might benefit from a slightly lighter sauce.
It sounds like they treated you to a feast. Have you tried all of Mondstadt's signature meat dishes yet?
I've certainly tried all the red meat dishes. I think I've had enough calories to sustain 3 days of vigorous work, so I've had to decline all subsequent dining invitations. To be honest, I can still taste the grease. There must be a way to cleanse my palate.
Is that crest a gift from the Knights?
Indeed it is. The Knights codenamed Hazelnut 3 and Hazelnut 5 gave me this crest. I must say, it's exquisite. They told me the design has only just been finalized. Apparently, it's only presented to important guests. They said they're making a badge for you, too, but it hasn't been finished yet.
Hazelnut. Why have I never heard of those two? Well, the Knights of Favonius really is a big organization.
You're not wrong. I guess it's similar to how I can't remember the name of every clerk in the Palais Mermonia. But I'm certain you'll get to know them in time. They're clearly seasoned veterans. Even though they work desk jobs, they still turn up in full armor. After handling my affairs, they headed to the tavern for a gathering, saying they wanted to continue last night's duel and determine who had the highest alcohol tolerance. Drinking barrels of beer the night before, yet being able to work with clear minds the next day.
That's just how Mondstadt is. Well, I mean, Mondstadters like nothing more than to unwind with a drink after work.
So what you're saying is, while Mondstadters may seem carefree, they actually have an admirable ability to know their limits when it comes to drinking.
Pretty much. Speaking of which, have you seen much of Mondstadt yet?
I've seen a little. A stroll around the city the first day I got here. I've just done some rather extensive research on this place. Many of the scenes and illustrations for the tabletop troupe were inspired by views of Mondstadt. However, the way she describes the atmosphere in her world building is quite different from the real Mondstadt. The deepest impression I've got since arriving here is one of swords and shields.
Swords and shields? Why's that?
Perhaps because I mostly just visited the blacksmith and the training grounds. Recently, the newer weapons and armor produced in Mondstadt have been created using a completely different heat treatment process from those in Fontaine, with a higher carbon content in the surface layer. While this has slightly reduced their overall toughness, their impact resistance has greatly improved. These newer weapons give off a smell like overbrewed coffee.
I can't say that I've noticed. That's quite the comparison.
Perhaps it's because that scent gave me such a positive first impression. You see, Fontaine's signature metalwork is often coated with a protective agent that contains Marcotte. Over time, the faint fragrance becomes overly sweet. And for some reason, it makes my teeth feel funny. I don't imagine the scent of Mondstadt's swords and shields would cause the same level of irritation.
Well, I've definitely learned something new today. I never realized there was so much complexity to how swords are made.
Of course, there is a solution to this problem. The next time you find yourself in Fontaine, there's another protective agent I can recommend. One that's as neutral as water, without any excess fragrance.
I'll make sure to take you up on that.
If you also dislike being bombarded with sweetness, this protective agent should suit you well.
Alright, let's go ahead and piece together these clues. Surprisingly, Clorant's first positive impression of Mondstadt was one of swords and shields. She doesn't seem to favor overly sweet fragrances, preferring aromas with a salty tint. Perhaps I could try dusting the rim of the glass with star salt. It also sounds like Clorant has an exceptionally keen sense of taste, preferring drinks with a hint of sourness. Valberries are sweet with a hint of sour, while wolf hooks are just the opposite, sour with a hint of sweet. I think she might prefer the latter. The crest is a souvenir that the knights gave to Clorant. Clorant doesn't usually drink, but out of respect for her Mondstadt opponent, she's at least willing to try. Still, I'd better not overdo things. A regular caramel blaze would be too much. I should downsize things a bit. And Clorant seems to admire Emily. They appear to have similar preferences when it comes to drinks. Maybe that's something to take into account. How should I approach this? Emily likes mild tea, and that last drink was also built around a light base. I should ask Clorant if she liked it. Emily likes to drink tea. How about you?
Are you already planning the details of our hypothetical get-together? Based on my previous experiences with alcohol, I'd guess my tolerance is similar to Emily's. Fruit liqueur is probably my limit. So when the time comes, I think you'd be best off mixing similar drinks for the both of us.
Alright then. So, with that in mind, the firewater used in Caramel Blaze has far too much of a kick. How about replacing the firewater with something fruitier? Okay, so with that, we garnish her drink with star salt instead, replace cocoa with wolf hooks, change to a coupe goblet, small, and replace firewater with fruit wine. I think I've come up with a drink that'll be more to your liking. Please, wait a moment.
All right, I'll make sure I'm mentally prepared. Even if it's still a bit strong, I'll do my best to finish it.
Alright, so we are going to use fruit wine. We'll keep the caramel and add wolf hooks. As to chop up the wolf hooks, we'll put them into small bits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, lucky 7. And let us shake it properly. And as for the glass, we shall go with the coupe goblet small. And as for the garnish, star salt. Et voila! I present to you Leisure Time Lightning.
Right. This new creation is called Leisure Time Lightning. A cocktail made exclusively for champion duelists. Enjoy!
Have you added fruit wine? It tastes wonderful. This is ideal for me. There's a subtle saltiness that combines well with the tartness of the fruit and the sweetness of the caramel. Each sip balances delicately on the edge of perfection. The color of the wine also fits well with the name, and the lightning imagery contrasts with the fiery nature of the caramel glaze. But where does the leisure time part come in?
And don't you find Mondstadt to be a leisurely place? Well, taking it easy is what traveling's all about.
I see. That certainly matches the impression this cocktail gives me. Its unique aroma and taste hold a special place in my memories of Mondstadt.
I'm glad you like it. Your satisfaction is my motivation.
Do you think, if the chance were to present itself, you'd be interested in mixing drinks somewhere else? A cafe, for instance, or the Hotel de Boer?
Huh? Why do you ask?
Mostly for Navia and Miss Farina's sake. Though obviously I'd be more than happy to try more of your masterpieces myself.
It's hard to say right now, but who knows what the future holds?
I understand. I won't try to strong-arm you. In any case, I truly appreciate your hospitality. Thanks to you, whether I'm summarizing the key lessons from my exchange with Miss Eula, or discussing strategy with the Knights of Favonius, I'll be in my best condition.
Alright, we've done drinks. And, well, that's all the drinks for now. So now, it's time to call upon Star Fox. Or should I say, Star Falco? Or would it be better to say, Smart Falco? After attaining the Cyclone Shield, multiple wind vortexes will be created around the Falcon, dealing damage to any monstrous bullets and targets they come into contact with. I feel like we've already seen this one. You know, I think this is a really interesting event, to be minigame, to be perfectly honest. Hey! It's a cube! Oh, that cube is now no more. I missed some coins. I'm pretty sure missing the coins won't be too much of a detriment. That almost hit me. But it did not. You know what's the last Star Fox game that I've actually, played proper? It was one for the GameCube. Not Star Fox Adventures, but Star Fox Assault. And I still have my physical copy of Star Fox Assault. And I don't remember if that actually ended up getting, a set for retro achievements. I feel like it might have, but I do not remember if it did or not. I'll probably have to check on the website and see if that's the case, because if it does, that might be something I might plan on doing in the future. Because I do want to do something regarding retro achievements in the future. In fact, I remember wanting to do something months ago, but with how busy my schedule has been, I just haven't really had the time to do so. But, once my schedule frees up a bit here, then yeah, this could be something I would be able to do. Oh, jeez, are my controls inverted? They are, yes, they are indeed inverted. Yep, actions will be opposite of your commands, so left is right, up is down. Alright, and then we go up, and then we go down. And we try to avoid that, and, man. I'll just be honest, I really hate inverted controls. Like, it's just so annoying having to go through that. I mean, in some cases, it's perfectly fine with the inverted controls, but when it's just thrown at you, just out of the blue, it kind of really messes with your senses for a bit, and you have to, like, adapt on the fly. But yeah, so in essence, it's just basically, let's just say, I'm not the biggest fan of inverted controls. I don't mind them, but I don't like them in the same aspect. And next up, we have Shattering Sword Pressure. Triggers an explosive after hitting the first opponent, dealing true damage to nearby opponents. And it looks like we got some Geo-related shenanigans here. And we have Zabaya and Eloa. So I'm going to go ahead and make a team real quick, and we'll see how this goes. Yeah, for this instance, I decided to use my own Eloa as opposed to the trial one. But that's just my personal preference, because my Eloa right now is somewhat built. And I already have a built Bina and Shalonen, so let's just hope this goes according to plan.
Yeah.
Press the advantage. Might compel.
It probably also doesn't help that... Oh, right. I forgot. I would need another Hydro character for this.
Divine light, shield them.
But the main purpose is that we're just using this to trigger mirror crystallize reactions.
Without further ado, surge. Premiums converge.
Go get him, Aiden. Be gone, Shadow.
The sky's clear. The glazed moon shines.
Alright, let's see how this works. Oh, jeez, Y-Obs. I hate the Y-Obs. Get out of here, Y-Obs. No one likes you. Oh. That's pretty explosive. I think Cleve would like this. And Alice. Because, you know, explosives are really fun. Insert Mr. Torque reference here.
Be cleansed.
You got this. Behold the dawn.
Let engraved names echo.
Yeah, maybe bringing Shalonen probably wasn't the best idea.
Divine light.
But you know what? I mean, it's fine. It'll be fine. And you know, maybe when the time does come, for when they release another, you know, like, Geo character, no idea when that'll be.
Hold fast. Go get him, Aiden. Be gone, Shadow of Dark.
That I would make really good use of that. I just hope that it's like, I just hope that whenever they do introduce the next Geo character, that they are really fun to play. And I think I've heard some stuff regarding, you know, like a potential new character that could be Geo. But like I said, it's best to wait and see. Oh, well,
Light compel.
this stinking creature.
Lofty wisdom will show us the way. Be cleansed.
Please get this Y-Ob out of here. Get out of here, Y-Ob. No one likes you, and I don't, and I especially don't like you.
Go get him, Aiden. Be gone, Shadow of Dark.
Well, we don't really get to see that, but we did good right there. Much better than I anticipated. And now it's time for Sharp Sword Pressure, the place where snow formed ranks, dealing damage to all targets in a straight line. And we get Skirk and Xingqiu. Well, there's there's a team that I have for this in mind, and it's one that I use quite a bit. So, we'll meet you in a bit. Ah, yeah. You guys knew that this team was coming. I mean, come on. I mean, until, like, you know, like, I get a Scoffy, I could do some swaps around. But yeah, this is my go-to freeze team, as you've seen before. So, let's go ahead and, make some enemies start cryoing a river.
Eat Laline! Eat Papa!
Here comes the catch. Into the void.
It also may be partially due to my bias towards Silali, but I mean, come on. Silali's a great character.
Fulfill our pact! Let the show be... Suffer the wrath of the...
Game's up. Fun's over.
And that should do it. It's time for the next bit. Ah! These things! Ah, I hate them! Get them out of here! I don't like these consecrated beasts. Not one bit. I've already had enough trauma from having to face those no good forsaken consecrated scorpions. It's like I really hated fighting those. Like I have like a genuine distaste for them.
Paradigm shift!
Mine to wield.
Oh, my thing went out.
Show no mercy!
You dare hit Granny?
Suffer the wrath of Eatfleet!
Like, was your first mistake. Your second mistake was thinking you were getting out of here alive. I still remember the days, you know, when I was still getting used to Spiral Abyss. And mind you, this was like during the Fontaine cycle. It was when I started getting back into Genshin like full-time proper. Even though I've technically started back within the second half of the Sumeru cycle. I remember having to deal with these abysses.
Get to work! Let's dance!
You know, with the consecrated beasts.
Game's up.
And, oh my god, I absolutely hated it. Well, you know, at least I took it out just as time ran out, and I'll take that. With that, there's one more thing that we have to do, and it involves some discrepancies, so we'll meet you right over there. Let's see, this time we need to find between 3 to 6 discrepancies, and I think I already see one right here. Actually, I see 2. Although the first and obvious one is Lieben. What are you doing here? Where's Catherine? Catherine! What have you done to Catherine? And plus, isn't Margaret usually supposed to be here? Why is a baby bat dog here? I mean, it's very, very cute. I mean, let's not disregard the fact that it's really, really cute. Hello, Diona.
So that's where it was. Diona? What are you doing here?
And with a bat dog, too.
It's my first time seeing these little guys. They're from that land, right? Oh, they're so cute.
I agree. They're really cute.
Alice put a version of the cat's tail here and asked me to run it. It has the setup I'm used to and everything. Now, All I need to do is make some drinks. And you know what? This is the perfect chance to change all the ingredients to super weird stuff. I'll get people to lose interest for sure. Looks like your campaign is going strong, huh? Even out here.
And why do I have the strangest feeling that it's still gonna fail somehow?
Of course. The only thing missing is the cats, actually. They seem to prefer the real cat's tail. But that's not a huge surprise. Cats are sensitive about where they live. Even if the place looks exactly the same, they'll know something's off. So, Alice said she would find different staff instead. And then these little saurians appeared. Aww. Bennett gave me a few pointers on how to get along with them. Turns out, there's not a huge difference between them and a cat or a dog.
I mean, they are dogs. They behave like dogs. Let's be perfectly honest here.
Hey! Then you should call this place the Saurian Tail instead.
See, even baby bat dog agrees. Let's see, where are some more discrepancies? What's a board? Huh. That sounds like it could be really dangerous. Amber, don't get near that thing!
Huh? Weird. Did monsters always raise boars around here?
Found it! Barbara, over here! Coming! Oh, how did this happen?
What's the matter?
Barbara and I were just grabbing some food at Good Hunter. But then, how do I even put this? The sweet madame and sticky honey roast we ordered came to life.
Sorry, what?
So, this boar was the sticky honey roast?
That's right. I managed to catch the sweet madame earlier. Come on, let's wrangle this thing so we can head back and eat. Wait, what? Uh-oh. What is it? More pigeons and forest boars! The rest of our lunch is making a break for it!
Well, that's quite the sticky situation, if you ask me. Also, why is there a tent for the Masters of the Nightwing here? I mean, that's definitely just... Fatui. The Fatui tent.
Huh? Isn't this a Fatui tent? That shouldn't be here. Wait, but there are always those two Fatui around here chatting about stuff.
Yeah, I forgot their names.
You've noticed them too? I've been watching them for a long time. Not that I've overheard anything useful. Guess it's just my luck.
Well, actually, they seem to get information a bit slower than the Knights of Favonius. So they usually end up discussing stuff that hasn't been secret in a long time.
Have you guys ever wondered why they don't just go home? Their mission's gotta be over at this point, right?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Maybe their names got skipped over on the mission roster, so they never got new orders. That's happened to me before.
I suppose, but your experiences tend to be quite unique. It's possible the Fatui stationed them here long-term to keep an eye on things. Or maybe they volunteered for this position because they don't want to go back.
Either way, we should have Nicole take this tent down. It's making Paimon think we're gonna have to fight someone.
True. And it's not like there's a treasure chest here either.
I guess you're right. We don't want people getting their hopes up.
For a second there, I thought it was 5 out of 6, but no, it's still technically 4. Which means there's still 2 discrepancies I've yet to find. And I'm sure that I will be finding one here soon. I hope. Like that. That's one. Like, what's that doing here? No, we know not to mess with that thing. Although it does look really cute. No. I've learned not to mess with Oceanids. I've learned that the hard way. Back when I first started playing. It was not the most wonderful experience. Wait a minute. These flowers aren't...
None of these flowers look local to Mondstadt.
Yeah. I mean, some of them look native to other places, like Simulanka?
Wait, Emily? Huh, it's been a while.
Yeah, we only saw you in the last video.
Hello, you two. Looking to buy some flowers?
You're in charge of this shop?
Yes, I came to Mondstadt to collect a few samples for new scent ideas, but I wasn't finding anything. Then, this lady who called herself a maid told me she had a bunch of rare plants she was sure I'd never seen before. All I have to do is manage this flower shop, and I get to research these plants all I want.
Nice! That should help you come up with something new for sure.
If there's one trait they have in common, I think it would be the feeling of summer. Refreshing and clear, cutting through the full-bodied and dreamlike floral notes. I certainly have a lot to research, so I think I'll be here for a while. Did you need anything?
Do we need anything, Paimon?
We're looking for things in here that are different from the real Mondstadt. Do you mind if we take a few pictures of these plants? Hey, since you like them so much, why don't we ask Nicole if you could preserve them in some way?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Really? That'd be amazing. This is payment after all.
Don't tell Paimon, but I already got the pictures.
Ah, we made it! Wow, the whole gang's here! Even Master D-Luke!
Ah, there's the Master D-Luke part.
Wow. Jean wanted my input on everything. Even though I left the Knights, Grandmaster Varka has done a lot for me. He didn't stop me from leaving back then, or throw any administrative roadblocks my way. So I owe him one.
Well, I was sad to see you go, but your mind was made up. And anyhow, you're an adult. As long as you're prepared to follow through on your choices, who am I to stop you? And let me tell you, my rebellious streak was way worse back in the day.
You look pretty tired. Late night yesterday?
Yeah, didn't get much sleep at all. And now my head's killing me. All my terrible memories of being Grand Master came rushing back at once.
The Grandmaster's wording is somewhat misleading, so allow me to elaborate. We made quick work of our tasks yesterday, much to the Grandmaster's great pleasure, so he hit up his friend Charles for a few drinks.
You know how it is. When you're catching up with an old friend, a few drinks turn into a few too many, am I right?
Ah, so you're just hungover! Ugh, and Paimon was starting to feel bad for you.
I still kind of feel bad for him.
I see. Understood. I just received word from the Knights stationed at the venue that the setup is complete. You can start today's story at any time.
I have a question, actually.
Ask away.
If everyone can experience the story in the bubble, there shouldn't be anything in there that only I can do, right?
Ah, you mean like how only you could have purified Dvalin's tears? That ability is unique to you, and to be honest, a lot of people might not even know you're capable of something like that. So they might get stuck at that point in the story.
Don't worry. I thought about that. The story told within the bubble has some jumps.
I've deleted the parts that might complicate things. The remaining content doesn't require the participant to do much of anything, actually. It should be like watching a play, except you get to walk around as you enjoy the performance.
Wait! But we ran into a combat encounter yesterday when that fungus jumped out at us.
Yeah, and fungi aren't even native to Mondstadt.
We'll take care of that. Alice and I want this to be an experience even a child can complete without trouble.
You know, this game has been out for... how long has it been? At least 5.5 years. Well, almost 5.5 years. And they still haven't updated Diluc's model. It's strange, isn't it?
The parts you're testing today are more stable, so there shouldn't be too many bugs. Of course, when you access the dicier sections, be sure to keep our vision in mind.
Understood.
Speaking of Alice, where is she?
Yeah, where is the best mom in the whole wide world?
Clee demanded some playtime with her mom. And of course, as far as Alice is concerned, nothing is more important than a request from her daughter.
That is a very, very fair and valid point.
Yep, that checks out.
Ha ha ha. Well, let's get this show on the road. I'm ready to witness our honorary knight's story firsthand.
Well, Grandmaster, you're about to experience basically what's 4.5 years of my experiences.
Whoa! Gee, this takes some getting used to. Why didn't that happen the first time?
You probably don't remember. It's selective amnesia.
Looks like we've jumped forward a bit since yesterday. We're at the Favonius Cathedral now.
Wait, is this the bit where we borrow the Holy Liar?
And we're sure we want to expose this little detail?
Yeah, I'm not sure about this. Also, why is Tone Deaf Bard the only one here? What about Varka and the others?
Sounds like you're slightly upset about this.
Don't worry. I'm sure Nicole has it all planned out. See? Here comes Diluc now.
Word from the Knights of Favonius is that the Fatui are planning to steal the Holy Lyre der Himmel. Unfortunately, that intel came a little late. A conflict between the two parties is ensuing inside. If the Fatui succeed, we'll miss our chance to borrow the lyre. Come on, let's go help the Knights.
I don't know why, but just looking at this ankle, it really looks like that Diluc does not have a nose.
What is it?
Oh, so that's how we're explaining this part. Huh, pretty convincing.
It's all thanks to that committed performance from our good friend Diluc.
I'm just reading the lines Miss Nicole gave me. You need to play along, okay? The cameras are rolling.
Our operation isn't that strict. If there are slip-ups, I'll just delete them later. Feel free to take a relaxed approach.
Where are the cameras at? I didn't know I was being filmed.
Wait, that was Nicole's voice? Where's it coming from?
It's coming, don't you remember, Paimon? It's being projected into our minds.
Probably that small bubble.
That's right. This is a kind of communication magic. The same one the Knights of Favonius used to get in touch with me earlier.
I would have preferred her being, talking to us in our minds. I think that's way funnier. And more realistic.
If you get stuck at any point, you can contact me through this magic. I'll provide a few hints.
I'm sure I won't need any hints.
How very convenient. I suppose, given how the story is progressing, we don't have to worry about borrowing the Holy Lyre then.
That's right. Obviously, we're not including the stealing part in this version of the story. After all, the Fatui were the ones who ended up with it. Borrowing, stealing, Leaving out that detail doesn't change the direction of the story. Anyway, the Knights are currently fighting to protect the Holy Lyre. Varka and Jean are already in the underground area. We should head over as well.
This is like getting to read the script before watching the movie.
Yeah, it's like a sneak peek preview.
I wonder what would happen if, this time, we managed to catch the Fatui thief in the act.
Ooh, good question.
That would complicate things. Worst case scenario, we might need to do another take. So if you could refrain from going off script, that would be great.
Okay.
Someone's got an axe to grind.
I mean, to be fair, I kind of wanted to go off script as well, because, you know, I like the rebellious act. Well, I guess it's time to go enter the basement. Again. It's been far too long since I've last entered the basement.
You're just in time. The situation is not looking good at the moment. The Fatui brought much more force than expected.
Please don't tell me I have to do another stealth section again. I hated doing that back in the day.
Yeah, it's turned into quite a mess.
You're not bad, boy. Against the Fatui, though, you'll need to try harder than that.
You ain't messing around, huh? Take this!
Wait a minute. It looks like that sword's like going through the screen in a way.
Oh no! If this keeps up, the Holy Lyre's gonna be... Oh, sorry. Paimon can't do this. Nicole, shouldn't these people be wearing Fatui costumes at least?
Yeah, it's kinda hard to get in the zone when our opponents look like average guild members.
And they're doing the most zany of things, like running around hilariously and dancing.
Let me see here. It looks like magical autoload has been disabled, so the Fatui costumes didn't appear. I'll get that fixed. Just ignore the problem for now and continue with the scene. Remember, this is a tense moment.
Got it. In that case, I'll evacuate the members of the church right away.
All right, thank you. As you see, Traveler, the situation is dire. We need to retrieve the Holy Lyre and get it back to headquarters.
Looks like the Fatui are tied up fighting the Knights. I doubt they have the manpower to spare to deal with us.
Yeah, it looks like we could just get through, you know, relatively easily.
Which means, if we rush in, we should be able to retrieve the lyre.
I'll see it done.
You all sure are getting into character. Okay then, let's go!
Yeah, well, you know, that's the thing, Paimon. It's like, you need to approach it, you know, from the ways of a thespian. Hello, Rosaria! And Barbara. There's generic NPCs. There's Varka and Kaya. Obviously, we saw Kaya. Well, this seemed rather easy. In fact, it's almost too easy.
The Holy Lyre! There it is!
Yeah, and it just seemed a little bit too easy to go through all that.
Well.
It seems our outer diversion is most effective. The Knights know not that the true danger lurks right beneath their nose.
It's no wonder you're known as the youngest, most capable electro-assassin mage in your unit. You can read our enemy like a book.
No! We're too late!
Oh no! The Fatui have already gotten here!
Put the lyre down!
You heard her! Put it down and put him up! Or this is gonna get ugly!
Yeah, go teach him a lesson, Paimon.
Wait, why are you the only one with a costume, official?
Why? Because I fashioned this piece myself, of course. How does it look? I am the spitting image of an Electro-Sisson mage, am I not?
Well, kind of. I mean, you do look the part of an Electro-Sisson mage. At least for the mask. But everything else is just more or less official.
And I suppose I look enough like an Electro-Sisson as I am.
Spot on, Oz. Absolutely spot on.
Hold on. Trying to distract me with conniving conversation, are you? Ha! You underestimate me. To think I would appear before you without full confidence in my victory. Go forth, Oz. Sins, take care of these pests. The holy Lyre der Himmel belongs to the Fatui. Whoa, that was fast. Mage-powered flight is something else.
Official is... the Fatus is getting away! After her, quick! So this is where the chase ends this time.
Huh. It's been a while since I've last been in here.
Wait a minute. This isn't what their hideout looked like. It's at least a few times bigger.
Yes, I remember it being much more run down. This place has far more structural appeal.
The Lawrence clan lived here for a time, but this doesn't look like their handiwork. And I know for sure it's not the work of the Knights.
Must be a bit of creative license on the part of our dear mages then.
Well, Nicole, is it?
Alice said the original was too run down and didn't fit her aesthetic taste. So we repurposed some assets from the Golden Apple Archipelago. As you can imagine, Alice has always been a go big or go home kind of person.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, this is go big, all right.
Still, our mission remains the same. We're here to get back the Holy Lyre.
Yeah, and this time we have a whole bunch of people to help us. Not just D-Luke. Should be a total piece of cake.
I mean, you say that now, Paimon. But who knows? It could be quite difficult. Actually, I don't think it's actually going to be that difficult at all.
A human never doubts what their eyes see or rejects the ground beneath their feet. Both now warn you that this is the end of the road. Give up and turn back while you can.
That voice. Is that Mona?
It sure sounds like Mona.
Mona? Oh, you mean Barbarloth's student.
You know about her? But Mona came to Mondstadt after your expedition left.
Well, I had regular contact with the Hexen Circle, so her name came up now and then. The whole thing about her messing up and being too afraid to go back? Yeah, I know that too.
What?
She just broke character, didn't she?
How? No one in the Hexen Circle should know about that!
For real? Sorry, but I'm pretty sure all the mages know.
All of them?
I'm afraid so. Oh, except Rhine-Daughter, I suppose.
Yeah, so all the mages, minus one, should know about it.
Fine. That's just fine. It's not like the old hag's gonna come find me in Mondstadt to settle the score, right?
Hey, Barbie is not an old hag. I mean, sure, she's got a couple of wrinkles, but she's no hag.
Anyway, how do we cross?
I'm not telling.
Aw, come on. Don't take it out on us.
I'm not. This is unrelated. Besides, I'm playing a Fatus whose job it is to issue riddles. You can't just ask me for the answer.
All right. Almost forgot about that.
If you want the answer, think back to what I said at the beginning.
Let's see. How do I cross this? Grandmaster? I think we know a way to get through this. Aha! There is a path! And I just follow it. Alright, so... Well, that's definitely not the path. Okay, so... I'm guessing what we're supposed to do in this case is not touch.
Try to keep up!
Yeah, so our objective here is to not touch. Well, it's fine. Oh, no, it's not fine. I can't climb. Well, that's really awkward. And you know what? I think we could just do that one more time and we'll be able to make it through.
Try to keep up!
Easiest riddle solved ever.
We made it!
Even though it only took like 3 attempts, but you know, 3rd time's the charm.
Mika's guarding this spot.
Oh, we'll be able to break through this easily.
Oh, hey! It's been a while.
Hello, Grandmaster. Hello, everyone. No. Wait, my line... how did you get in here?
I would think you have bigger concerns right now. Tell us where to find the lyre.
It's locked in the back room, but good luck getting in there. 3 crests are needed to enter, and each one is guarded by a Fatus.
Wait, but in real life, we only needed 1.
Yes, but there are 3 locations to visit. If there was only 1 key to be found, there's a good chance the encounters set up at the other 2 locations would go to waste. All our actors worked so hard to memorize their lines. It would be a shame if their part got skipped over.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
A fair point. They're playing through the story just like us, after all.
To be honest, when I first read my lines, I was kind of confused at how I just give up the intel without a fight. When I actually had to stand up against all of you, it made sense.
Yeah, because, you know, a 5.5v1, yeah, the odds are stacked way against you. You could probably take on Paimon and win easily, but for the rest of us, not so much.
I mean, Mr. D looked practically in a cold sweat.
Really? I only had 1 line.
Aha! Yet in a game of cards, it's the ones that remain unturned that strike the greatest fear in your opponent. The same principle applies here.
That's right. I've been told you have quite a few tricks up your sleeve, Mr. D-Luke. Anyway, you can head in now. Everyone should be ready.
One moment. We can't quite end it like this. I believe you have 1 more line, Mika.
Do I have to say it?
It would benefit the scene.
All right. I told you everything I know. Now leave me alone.
And off he goes.
That must have been very embarrassing to say. I do like how it's being portrayed as like we're in a movie. Kind of reminds me of, you know, back at the event that we had in Fontaine that I ended up losing. I don't think I was supposed to go this way. Or was I?
Without the crests, I can't activate this device either. Like I said, I told you everything I know. Just leave me alone. Man, I thought I lucked out with just a few lines, but it still wasn't easy to pull off. Anyway, if you want to get into that room, you'll need to track down the 3 Fatui with the crests.
Okay, so yeah, we go this way. Okay. I guess we could go this way first. I mean, there's Bennett and Cyrus, okay.
Looks like we were followed. Guess Mondstadt's elite aren't to be underestimated, huh?
Stand aside. This one's personal. But this time, I'm fully locked and loaded! Come on, kid! Let's finish what we started!
It's time for a fight against... yes.
Okay. You win. Somehow this round wasn't quite as fun.
Probably because I finished it in like 3 hits. Yeah, I would probably agree that it wouldn't be as fun.
Probably because you had to act like a Fatous. At this point, I can take down those with my eyes closed.
True. Guess I didn't stand a chance, huh?
Oh, so you were the one in the Fatous costume. Does that mean the auto-load bug is fixed now, Nicole?
It would seem so.
Man, their armor is heavy and not breathable at all. You're telling me the Fatui in Sumeru and Natlan also wear this stuff? I can't even imagine.
Rumor has it, Fatui recruits undergo rigorous training. I feel like there's some truth to that after all.
Delusions might also be involved somehow. Well, the Harbingers seem like the disciplined ones to me.
Well, even though we lost, Dad had fun for sure. Here's the crest I was guarding. You've earned it.
Oh, and Bennett told me about what happened in Natlan. How you helped him navigate his past. It's hard to believe we finally have answers after all these years. So, on behalf of all the adventurers in Mondstadt, truly, I can't thank you enough.
Well, that's what friends are for, right?
Speaking of, how have things been since you got back, Bennett?
Same old, same old. Bad luck included. But that part's nothing new, so I don't mind. I do miss the Asha, though. I hope I get the chance to show them Mondstadt someday.
It still saddens me about, the whole, Bennett lore thing back in 5.8. It really pulls on the heartstrings.
The Fatous up ahead values wealth above all else. No bargaining chip is off the table.
I know. I can see Mona in the distance. And there's anything that involves her, wealth is not usually one of them.
Luckily, I've prepared a negotiation multi-tool for this situation. Don't forget to take it with you.
Oh, thank you. Wait, it's just a pouch of Mora. 500,000 to be exact.
Wait, Mona? Again?
What? The more roles you play, the more you get paid. That's what Alice said. I was hoping to do even more than this, but it is what it is. Anyway, the crest is with me. All I need to know is how much you're willing to cough up to get it. Let's talk business, shall we?
Yes.
I would have thought there was this much more to be made in a dump like Mondstadt.
Hey, did you just break character?
What? Of course not. All right, here's the crest. Huh. And with that, I'm off the clock. Oh, and by the way, word has it you accomplished something major in Nobcry. You reeled in the true moon from beyond the false firmament.
Oh, you know about that?
Well, I spend most of my time staring into a scry glass, after all. If something changes in the sky, you think I wouldn't notice?
Yeah, that seems fair.
Hydromancy uses the false stars to reflect true fate within the water. Now, I
can't help but wonder what I would see if I cast a reflection of the true moon instead. Of course, I need a whole new set of equipment to look into that, which means shelling out a whole lot of mora. So I've been taking on a lot of odd jobs.
No wonder Alice gave you quite a few parts in this.
Generous compensation, minimal manual labor. It's been a good gig. Plus, the Hexenzirkel never promises an amount they can't deliver. Even though her daughter is, in some part, responsible for my predicament. That was a long time ago, and I know Klee didn't mean it.
Huh. I guess the moon's a big deal in hydromancy. Just spitballing here, but it kind of sounds like your progress would be much faster if you, I don't know, just contacted Barbeloth directly.
Oh, come on. Enough about that old hag. You're doing this on purpose, aren't you?
I'm pretty sure he is. Alright, one more crest to go. I have no idea where to go. But it's definitely not this way. I'm sure it has to deal with going this way.
The road ahead is almost completely blocked. Looks like this person isn't taking visitors.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, we'll just have to be careful. We need that crest.
Open fire! Once again, open fire! Vines, look out! There's fire on you! It looks like I've received mail. I don't know what for, though. Durin!
What? They handed over their crests? Looks like the decision has been made for me, then. Further resistance would be foolish.
Gotta say, Paimon didn't expect you to play this kind of role, Durin.
Well, actually, Aunt Alice was planning for me to play Dvalin if the dragon himself didn't agree to take part. That was the backup plan. Apparently, there's a spell like the one used to make Simulanka that could change me back into an evil dragon.
No, we don't want the evil Durin back.
That does not sound like a good idea.
I agree, Jean. That's a terrible idea.
I have to agree. That sounds like a disaster waiting to happen.
I don't think I'd be very good at playing the evil dragon anyway. I'm not intimidating enough.
Yeah, you're more friendly and wholesome.
Luckily, Dvalin agreed to take part after all, so my role was switched to Timid Fatui Guard B, and I got to wear a costume instead.
Wow, that's a pretty huge change. Why B, though?
I'm guessing because Mika is Timid Fatui Guard A?
Oh, because Mika is Guard A.
Yeah, that sounds baked. I called it.
As expected, Alice has got it all planned out.
Man, that woman, she knows how to rile things up.
Alright, we've got all the crests. Let's head back and look for Mika.
I think you mean Timid Fatui Guard A.
Alright. This elevator's a bit complicated to operate, so Miss Nicole asked me to help activate it. Just one moment.
Thanks.
No problem. Best of luck up there.
Huh. I don't remember Fatui being this nice. Where's the fun in that?
You know, Venti's got a really good point there.
Of course you make things difficult. Come on, let's get out of here.
Well, you don't want things to be too easy. I mean, where's the fun if everything's too easy? Gotta make things a little bit difficult every now and then. Otherwise, where's the challenge? Where's the fun?
It's tight around here.
I hope this is safe.
Something tells me that those marked platforms are not safe. Well, they don't seem to do anything, so I guess they're safe.
Something about a...
About a cage?
Hot-blooded, careless, and reckless heroes! Despair, for you have stepped into my trap! Wait, what? All it did was lock the liar up?
Wait, you're surprised by your own trap?
Well, I wasn't the one who designed it. All Alice said was that activating it would turn the tables.
I see.
That checks out.
They laugh as if they already know what is to transpire. I do not have a good feeling about this.
Not as impactful as Strawberry, but yeah, I'll give it an A for effort.
Allow me to clarify before we proceed. How was it that the lyre was retrieved back then?
Oh, well, that's really simple, official.
From what I've heard, the Fatui agent guarding this place was given a thorough beating, and then the lock opened.
So then, I'm the one who walked into the trap?
Do not despair, mein Fräulein. Miss Alice provided us with backup, did she not? We are not entirely outmatched.
'Tis true. Though thine Prinzessin stands on the cusp of defeat, courage has not yet failed her. Let this be our last stand!
Something tells me this is gonna go by really quickly.
Forth, my loyal servants! Smite all who stand against us!
The Ravens get confused if they don't hit them. Now's your chance!
Group 2, reinforce!
I see, so I gotta hit them in time before they disappear.
Group 3, Group 4! Oh, forget it. All of you, attack at once!
Maybe it would be easier if I, yeah. Wait a minute, you just can't respawn all at once, that's cheating!
Yeah. Huh?
Well, well. It seems I must send forth my most capable servant of all. He shall dispose of you in one fell swoop.
As you wish, mein Fräulein. Our situation is dire.
All right, all right, all right. I give up. All right. I know when I'm beat. You win.
Well, it took a little bit longer than I expected, but nonetheless, it was still really easy.
You were brilliant, Miss Fischl. The recording was fantastic. I'm certain future participants will have a great time.
Yeah! This role was perfect for you!
It really was for our fair Prinzessin Dev Altum.
Huh.
Your praise is a compliment to your own good sense. Yet know that this is but the least of your princess's abundant talents.
Huh. It doesn't look like the lock is opened, though.
True. This isn't what we were told would happen.
I doubt the mages want us to just break it open. It's not their style.
Perhaps we haven't met a certain condition then?
Before, all we had to do was beat up a Fatui agent. And Fischl has admitted defeat.
Oh, wait! Does that mean the beating up part has to happen for this to proceed? You dare place your princessin in such a scene? 'Tis an affront of the highest order!
I'm afraid it may be the only way to end this, mein Fräulein. But not to worry. It's all pretend, after all.
Very well. I shall allow this trespass, if only to bring this to an end. Just be gentle.
Well, Paimon, you're up.
Huh? Oh, right. Paimon's the weakest one here. Here goes nothing.
Yeah, go get her.
It's open!
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the extent of Paimon's combat. You're never going to be able to see it again. Unless, like, something really big happens later on within the game.
Miss Alice does love to tease, doesn't she?
Yes, and that's why I love her so much.
Congratulations on obtaining the Holy Lyre der Himmel. That's a wrap for now.
Wow! This is quite the gathering. And do you smell that? Is that the secret menu Barker was talking about?
Looks like we get to try it out after all.
Oh, Paimon's stomach has been rumbling this whole time, so she's gonna dig in. Don't forget to grab some food before it's all gone, okay?
Will do.
Oh, hello. Did you need something?
No. I just noticed that you seemed a lot more relaxed.
You know, we often threw banquets like this when I was little. But then, as more and more of our ranks left on expeditions and I was left in charge, the number of celebrations decreased. I'm not the most natural entertainer after all. Now, seeing a gathering like this after all this time, I can't help but feel a bit regretful for not keeping up the tradition.
Now, Jean, there's no right and wrong. Everyone leads in their own way.
Well said, Traveler.
Thank you, Barbara.
Barbara?
You told me you wanted the expedition members to feel at home. But in my eyes, the feeling of home isn't something you can force. Home is what happens when we're all together like this.
Ah, you're right. And you know what? I've been coming to the same conclusion. The location isn't the most important factor. No matter how far we get from Mondstadt, home is wherever we're together.
The return of the expedition force is a good thing. You deserve to enjoy it too.
I appreciate the kind words, you two. I will do just that. Make sure to do the same, Traveler. It's not often you get to make it back here. There's a lot of people waiting to catch up. Now that we're outside the bubble and no longer in character, there should be plenty of time.
Don't worry. I will.
Hey! Honorary knight!
Huh?
Look up! Pretty stellar view from up here, and the breeze is nice too. Care to join me?
Oh, of all the places to sit, it just had to be there.
I mean, he gets a great view. I mean, it's only fair, right?
Well, to each their own, I suppose. Just be careful on the way up, Traveler.
I mean, that seems like a really easy climb up there. Malika, my queen, if you will. Wait, hold on. Nailed it.
Hit.
Have a seat. I come bearing drinks. Booze free, of course. You're welcome.
I gotta say, this is quite the spot.
Ah, well, that's what being home is all about, right? Letting go, feeling at ease. Figure we both deserve that after all this time.
Well, Mondstadt does feel like home.
You think so? Glad to hear it. There's no place like home. That's what people say, right? The expedition took me far and wide, and still, little alcohol in my system, it would all come back. The cathedral, the statue, the windmills in the city, the pigeons and dandelions in front of the gate. The further away you get, the more you miss it. I might be biased, but it means a lot that you care about this place.
This is where things began for me in Teyvat. And this is where I began my search for him. Still, he's more important to me than any specific place.
I get that. The people are what make Mondstadt what it is, too. All the carefree kids running around, livening up the place. Which reminds me, I never thanked you for helping Mondstadt out back then. It takes a special person to do what you did. Most people are helpless in the face of abyssal corruption. Considering their target was Dvalin, things could have been bad.
I don't deserve that much credit. I didn't even know I could do that until that very moment.
I suppose Barbados could have handled it, even though he hadn't been awake for long. But still, I doubt the ending would have turned out quite so perfect. Dvalin is family to him, you know? Having to choose between the dragon's life and Mondstadt's safety, that would have been cruel. Not to mention, the Wild Hunt would have reached our borders sooner or later. We'd have been stretched thin without your help. Maybe you've never put two and two together, but what you did in Natlan also helped reduce the threat of the Wild Hunt. If Natlan's crisis hadn't been resolved, the two abyssal powers might have joined forces at some point, making our situation even more dire.
Huh. I guess you're right.
Ha! Look at us, taking down the Abyss in two separate nations. Doing the Knights of Favonius proud, aren't we?
I feel like Paimon might have a few things to say about that. But anyway, my title's just honorary, remember? Not quite sure the Knights can take credit for Natlan.
I guess not. In any case, for a knight, honor is something you get to define for yourself, no matter what the outside world thinks. And that's the question, isn't it? Why do we do what we do? But I think it's safe to say you already know the answer.
I do.
Ah, so this is where you've been hiding. You know, I don't think this was designed for sitting.
Well, it is now.
Ha! When did you become such a stickler? Come have a drink with us. There's plenty.
Don't mind if I do. Grape juice? Again?
You know, Charles would never let me hear the end of it if I started drinking without him.
Disappointing, but understandable. Oh, I almost forgot. Since this banquet is also for the actors, I invited Dvalin.
Wait, how is that gonna work?
All right. Might hike up the bill a bit, but who cares? Haven't seen him in too long.
Yeah, well, he turned me down. He never did like being the center of attention. The city is a little too small for him to spread his wings. Even if no one is afraid of him, he could still take out a windmill or two. Guess it's better not to risk it.
Huh. Maybe it's time to draft a proposal to build him a landing pad.
Wouldn't that attract even more attention?
The Traveler's right. If this is what makes him comfortable, might as well let him be. In the meantime, I propose a toast to our honorary knight.
To our honorary knight.
To me.
I often think about our parting at Windrise, you know. And now, almost in the blink of an eye, the final stop on your journey is just around the corner. Snezhnaya.
It's hard to believe it, too.
The Tsaritsa's plans have continued to advance. Now, only the Pyronosis remains free from her grasp.
But if even the captain couldn't take Malwika's Gnosis by force, I guess we don't need to be concerned about its safety for now. So that's good news, at least.
You wouldn't be taking a dig at someone else's ability to hold on to their Gnosis, now would you, Grandmaster?
Fetty's face. That's good.
Of course not. I'm not one to rub salt in old wounds.
Her harbingers do often tend to take a rather extreme approach. Just look at Child or Senora.
Yeah, I mean, but Child's a cool guy, and Senora is, well, let's just say she's a lot of pieces now.
But we would be mistaken to ignore the fact that Senora did not win the Geonosis using force.
Right. You told me about the contract Morax signed with her before his death. You're saying she didn't need to resort to violence in Mondstadt either?
That's right. If she was able to provide a reason convincing enough to persuade Morax, she could have persuaded me no problem. I suppose she just didn't think there was a reason to negotiate. I had just woken up, so I must not have seemed like much of a threat. Honestly, the Gnosis was of no use to me. I didn't care who it belonged to or what means were used to take it. I just knew if I fought her in that moment, the cathedral, perhaps even the entire city, might have become collateral damage.
True. I wouldn't put it past Senora to take civilians as hostages either.
So that's the full story.
In the end, though, it was those same methods that led to her end. After all, her third target, the Raiden Shogun, wasn't a big negotiator back then.
Yeah, and that was the point when Senora became a lot of tiny pieces of Senora.
Perhaps Senora's success in Mondstadt and Liyue convinced her that she was a match for the Archon of any nation.
I had to stop her.
You did the right thing. It pained me to see Inazuma as it was back then. I'm glad things have changed since. Of course, now the elite force of Harbingers has quite a few missing from its ranks, so I suspect that Tsaritsa no longer has the means to meddle in other nations like she used to.
Yeah, considering there's not that many Harbingers left, at least in the fray. I mean, Capitano's in eternal slumber. Dottore is probably doing something within the ley lines. I mean, Colabina quit. Arlecchino's still around. We still haven't met the Rooster or the Regrator yet. The sixth one is an enigma. Cendrone, may she rest in peace. And, well, Senora, may she rest in peace. And we don't know anything about the 10th Harbinger, who's likely vacant.
Who knows? Perhaps a chance to formally meet her in Snezhnaya might come sooner than we think.
I agree.
Some of our knights remain stationed in Notcry. If you need help, just say the word, and we'll be there.
Thank you both. I'm getting closer to the truth. I can feel it.
The look in your eyes. It's changed a lot since you first set off from Mondstadt. But my advice remains unchanged. Never forget that the journey itself has meaning, traveler. The birds of Tevat, the songs in the cities, the Tsaritsa, her Fatui and the monsters, they are all part of that journey. Perhaps earth-shaking truths and indescribable trials await you at the end. Just remember, there is more to life than that. All right. Alright, that's more than enough acting like a real Archon for one night. And still, not a sip of drink for dear old Venti at a time like this? You're no fun, Varka.
Dun dun dun!
Dun dun dun!
Oh, look at it. It's so cute and wholesome. Hold on. We need that real quick.
Da da da!
This is so fun, Mom!
I finally get to see this interaction between mother and daughter.
I think so too. Come on, let's blow them all up.
Mom, when can I play with the magic toy you made me?
Very soon, darling. In fact, it should be ready tomorrow. I just know you're going to love it.
Can we play together?
Why, of course. We'll have ourselves a splendid time.
Oh man, that was just so cute and wholesome at the very end. It just feels so good to see an interaction between Queen and Alice. I hope that one day, their dad gets involved in the picture. Klee's dad. It would be nice to see the whole family together. Or so I've heard that, that their dad is... Klee's dad is still around. But anyway, that's gonna be it. It's been a little bit long. At least for a bit longer than I expected. So, with that in mind, next time, we're gonna be finishing up everything that goes on within this event. So, until next time, I'll catch you all later.